What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Tales of Interest. We are coming to you live from our car, as usual. Got Frida driving, as usual, because I do all the talking and talk her ear off while she drives. Right now we're driving on the base. For those of you wondering what the base looks like, it looks like this, at least from our car. Ta-da, there's the high school where Roxy goes to school. Not that anybody's interested. We got the dorms over there. Coming up on the post office, that over there was the gym and the I just blanked out. The library and the arts and crafts store. Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yep. And a roller skating rink.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's over there. I always forget about that. But yeah, that's pretty much our base. It really is, man. See, there's more dorms. So interesting, right? More cars. There's the coming up on the post office, like I was telling you, they got some jets lying out here. I guess somebody forgot to put them away. Somehow they landed them on those big cement blocks.
Some pretty impressive flying there, though.
See? Planes all over the place. Oh, yes. Who could forget Popeyes and Burger King? Every base has to have those.
Yes. I think it's a requirement.
No idea why, man. I don't really care for the places myself, but they're there. Whatever. And they do get a lot of business. Over there's Electric Avenue. That's where we rent our movies and games and stuff. Coming up on the commissary now.
Hey, that's where I work.
Yep, that's where Frida works. That building right there with all the windows. Beats the Pentagon where we had no windows.
Or Luke where we had no windows.
Oh, yeah, that place was just a big brick.
It was like a jailhouse.
That's the commissary there. I kid you not, man. It was like they just took a huge chunk of cement and said work inside of it.
Yep.
It was supposed to be a safe house, like if something was to happen, you know, everybody would go in there because apparently cement can withstand anything. And I know a lot of people hated the place, especially the younger troops, because you couldn't get any cell phone reception in there. And they used to bitch about that all the time. I can't get any reception. Well, you're supposed to be at work, so.
Well, I was able to at my desk, so I really had no complaints with it.
Plus, it also depended what brand you had. I mean, when we switched brands, when we got our final brand, I was able to get good reception in there, so whatever. To each their own, right? Anyways, we'll continue this in a second. I'm going to go ahead and go into the commissary real quick. Alrighty, so here we are at the BX. Ooh. Lots of stuff, lots of sales, and a lot of people. It's usually not this many people. It's usually a ghost town in here. But it's the holidays, so every store gets packed, right? So the clothing, got perfume, electronics over there, blah, blah, blah. Fun stuff, right? Alrighty, so we finished with the BX. Yeah, to be honest, I don't understand why anybody shops in the commissary. The BX I kind of get because they occasionally have good sales, but the commissary is really expensive. Sorry, I found that, especially in the States, when we were stationed in the States, that we could get so much better deals in other places. You know, and even here, what's sad to say, we get paid in dollars, American dollars, and we have to spend pounds off base, which the pound is usually anywhere from $1.50 to $2, right? Mm-hmm. 1 pound is $2 ish. So it's basically double. And we find that we actually spend less money going off base and spending pounds in the markets than we do on base in the commissary. Enough about how expensive everything is on base. I told you guys I was going to talk to you about time travel, and I am. So I was telling Roxy, because she was asking me, if I thought time travel was possible. And although I love Doctor Who and I would love to think time travel is possible, I actually don't. Surprise. I don't believe in something. Normally I'm all for like weird theories and you know, like I like to think that there's other stuff out there and you know, all kinds of crazy things. But with time travel, I just no matter how much I think about it, I cannot get my brain to flip and say yes, it's possible. And unless I actually see it happen, that's when I'm just not gonna believe. I love Doctor Who, and I know he travels through time, and it's an awesome show. But I hate to say it, man, I do not believe in time travel. And there's a reason. I told Roxy that my main point for time travel isn't the mathematics or whatever. You know, I know a lot of people are like, oh, math is just impossible, and oh, you gotta invent this machine, and da 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 da. My thing is that with time travel, if you were to go back in time and see something happening again, something that already happened, right, that would mean that every particle, every atom, every little anything that existed in that point of time is permanently frozen in that state of time. That will mean that if I was to go back 5 minutes from now and watch myself film this again, everything that I did then is permanently frozen. Every little half split second, every millisecond, every microsecond is frozen permanently in that time and space. Right? Am I right? I mean, that's what I think. I don't know, I could be wrong, but that if you were to go back in time, that would mean that, right? That all particles would have to be forever frozen in that specific time, which I don't think that's possible. There are other theories I have with, ways of things like that might being able to work, and I'll explain those in another video. But for right now, that's my thoughts on our just time traveling, going from now to a couple minutes ago or going back a few years. That would be a hell of a lot of space to take up. You know, and from my understanding with science is that atoms and particles and stuff are constantly moving. You know, unless you reach absolute zero, which we were unable to reach. We haven't been able to reach because that would mean everything stops. Then I think time travel would be possible if you froze the world in absolute zero, went forward in time, and then went back in time to watch everything frozen. You know, but then again, you would need to be having a time machine and traveling around. So that was my thoughts on that one. Let me know what you think about that. Do you believe in time travel, or did I just screw up all your dreams? Or yeah. Sorry if I did. Most people probably think I'm crazy anyway for even thinking about stuff like that. Doesn't matter to me. It's what I think about. Every time I think about it, man, that's all I keep coming back to is how everything would have to be permanently frozen in that state. Which also means that if you went back in time and everything was permanently frozen, that you don't have control of your destiny. You don't have control of anything because that's already frozen, which means you're just living it out as it goes along. You know, and if you went back in time and did something like, you know, shot somebody that wasn't supposed to die, or, you know, stepped on a bug or something, it's not really going to make any effect in anything, because if everything was permanently frozen, it would just continue on like nothing happened. You know, the stream would just move right along. But that's not possible. It couldn't just move along. It would have to change. So that's what I think about that one. If you have any questions for us, either one of us or any of the kids that you want to answer, I wouldn't suggest asking Roxy, but she's got some wild things that she pops out of her mouth all once in a while. She lets some crazy ideas slip past her teeth and gums. So if you have anything you want to ask us, feel free to ask us. Just write it down in the comments below. Or you can shoot it to us in an email or a video response if you're not that shy. Other than that, though, remember to play with your food. And one thing we always say, you've watched it,
You can't unwatch it.
have a good day, everybody.